Long Bitcoin, short the banks. I'm Bill. This is Toby.
Hello.
We're Unhinged Crypto. Tune in Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern for Crypto Happy Hour. NFTs, Discord, Patreon coming soon. We're going to check the banks, Bitcoin, and Ethereum for you this morning. Toby, hello.
Hello. Actually, the NFTs are up.
Yes, the NFTs are up, but it's a stealth launch.
The secret. I didn't know that.
You're going to love them.
Yeah.
It's the crypto punks of Toby. The originals.
They're cute. My tribe. My baby tribe. Okay, here we go. We're going to do 3 piles. One for Bitcoin, one for Ethereum, one for the banks.
Right.
Okay. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, banks. Bitcoin has a beautiful 10 of cups.
Oh my God.
That's an excellent card. It's like Pepe on steroids, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
Excellent. Okay, Ethereum. Nice. 2 of cups, partnership.
Okay.
And
Following Big Brother Bitcoin, maybe?
maybe yeah, it's a union of 2 complements and represents partnership and also happiness in like finding your space. So that's good.
Okay.
Another good card. Let's see banks. Banks have temperance. Interesting. It's an alchemy card. So it's about finding balance, making good judgments, keeping the water flowing. So the water must always be flowing. So not a bad card.
Okay.
Major arcana are different. So
all right. So we talked about this before that banks may be able to keep it together short term, but perhaps the immediate reaction to any potential problem with the banks, especially since it's kind of a known problem, is hopefully to get going with crypto, right? Because gold is up, silver's up, crypto may follow. So
yeah, I mean, and here's the other thing too, like I have told you before, I don't like doing giant classes of things because it's a lot of energy to have to deal with, right? So if you name one particular bank, it's so much easier for me. It's like pulling cards to predict what a room full of people will do, right?
Can you pull a card on Discovery Financial?
Oh yeah, I have to reshuffle.
Okay, let's try that.
You got this thing about Discovery. You've been talking about them for a while.
Talking about them.
Have you heard?
Discovery Financial, Capital One, Goldman, and Schwab are the ones we're looking at. Okay.
Do we want to do all 4 of them?
Oh, please do.
Okay.
Extra special.
I had somebody in a comment complaining about how I shuffle. Like, why don't I just do a Vegas shuffle? So, it's not Vegas. It's a meditation. Here we go.
It's not Vegas, it's crypto. Go ahead.
That's right. Okay. Discover.
Schwab. Discover, Schwab, Goldman, Capital One.
Okay. Discover. Ace of Swords.
Okay.
So that's a new idea, moving in a new direction. Sometimes I call these gifts. It's the thing that you should do. Whether or not you do it is another question.
Okay.
But it's all very mental, right? So if you get the Ace of Swords in a personal reading, it's to look out for a new inspiration, a new way of doing things, but definitely moving into something new.
Okay. Schwab.
The Emperor, excellent card.
Okay.
So very stable. We say the Emperor takes care of his people.
Okay.
So it's a good card to come up in for a financial institution. It could mean you might be too structured, but it's not in general a negative card. Yeah.
All right. Goldman.
The Empress, another major arcana.
Okay.
Interesting that we're getting so many major arcana on the banks. Yeah, because major arcana come in a personal reading when you're going through a major life transition. So when it comes up, and I've struggled, we don't get a lot of major arcana for the coins when I pull readings, but I always struggle with that because you know, I know how it translates for people, but for coins, it's something different, and for banks. But the Empress would be, I mean, she's the partner of the Emperor, right? The feminine partner, and more about nurturing and giving. And it's a good card to get if you want to start a family or buy a house or things like that.
Okay.
So it's generally a good card.
And capital one.
The Queen of Swords. So we got 2 swords, an emperor and an empress. So the Queen of Swords is a kind of a calm, cool, collected feminine energy,
Okay.
right? So it again, not a good or bad card, you know. She will usually, like if you're in some sort of turmoil, she can help help you make a decision, right?
Okay.
So there could be sometimes when swords come up, I think of legal things, because swords often come up in those kind of things, education, legal things, anything to do with the mind, and it's a card of air energy. So yeah, but I mean, it's about making a decision, and so she's there to help them make a decision.
Okay. Long Bitcoin. Banks, we'll see later. It's good actually, because that may hold up stocks, right? If banks don't fall apart, stocks may not fall apart, right? And that may be good for crypto. So we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.